so that delayed me quite a bit. It's all resolved now, so we're ready to stream. We're ready to continue this. Um, I guess just gotta take a couple of minutes here. All of this, make sure everybody can find me. Um, but yeah, I kind of sort of planned out, or um, at least put a little bit more thought on where I'm gonna go with this particular run. Um, let's see. Oh, did my internet just cut out? Jeez. Alright, just a few minutes here. My computer's so slow after waking up. But yeah, I've been giving a little bit more thought onto where I should go next, because an arcane build kind of requires you to be a little bit careful with how you play things out, because you're kind of weak, and all the really good stuff to make you less weak, they're all kind of late in the game. You need to get into certain dungeons, farm certain gems to make it so that you aren't just relying on your tools, your hunter tools. Um, Sorry, we're just going to continue here. So I've been doing a little bit of planning. I think the thing that I should be doing now at this stage, when I logged out last night, which was right at the point where I had just um, failed to kill the one reborn at level 47. Um, I think the next thing I should do is continue with the next Chalice dungeon and try to farm better fire gems. Or, I mean, not really farm, but kind of hope that I pick one up on an off chance. And we don't need Blood Rapture. We probably should go with the Moon Rune now, though. Because I'm kind of lacking on the whole Blood Echoes thing. So I'm out of Blood Echoes, and I only have 17 Blood Vials left. So I'm not in the greatest shape. I think I did a lot of... if I planned the run better, I wouldn't have run into these problems, but I definitely should not have tried to take on Martyr Logarius at level 36 or whatever. Because as good as the fight was going, there are too many... I wasn't doing a whole lot of damage, and even though I was, getting him down to like less than half his health, and, doing sweet viscerals and timing everything awesomely, the whole point of that fight, and usually what happens in a lot of these fights, is all it takes is one mistake, and you can be nailing all of the viscerals, and things will be great for a little while, but that one mistake can kill you, and that'll just undo all your progress and don't feel good. And that was kind of what happened on the fight against Logarius, where I wasn't dealing a whole lot of damage. So even though I nailed like 10 or 11 viscerals on him, he was still alive. And especially against tough bosses, because I know Logarius is usually cited as one of the toughest bosses in the game, or at least when I look in the forums, a lot of people, or when I look on the subreddit, and people talk about like which bosses gave him the most trouble. Other than Orphan of Kos and Ludwig or Lawrence, the name that pops up is the more often than that, or at least as frequently as those, is Martyr Logarius. And there was no reason for me to be trying to fight him at that level. So, lesson learned. And that cost me way too many Blood Echoes and Blood Vials as an extension of that. So I probably shouldn't have done that. Then there's... I probably should not have fought the One Reborn. at the point that I did, because that was kind of stupid. I think at level 47, it's a little tough, especially with 7 Vitality. I mean, this run is going to be tough no matter what, because I have to, basically everything one-shots me. So, I have to basically find other ways to get stronger, end fights quickly, so that I don't get killed in one hit. Basically, make it so that there are, since I'm ending fights so early, it's giving me fewer opportunities to make mistakes. And that is the goal. Good offense leading to a good defense. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go into Lower Temeru and try to complete this. And I'm going to ring the bell, because it gets lonely in these dungeons. And I think the next thing I should be trying to do after... Oh, hey, you're back. Hello, Anime Bot. Yeah, we're just continuing this run. I know this stream started a little later than I'd wanted it to. I'm not going to stream for another 5 hours like I did last night, although that was really fun. Yeah, we're running this a little bit more. It's going to be a little bit more planned this time. I'm not just gonna, wing it. So we're gonna try to complete the Lower Temeru, and then I think the next goal is to get through the Nightmare Frontier somehow, because I'm gonna get invaded and get one-shotted by people who have obviously been practicing PvP, because they're in the Nightmare Frontier, and I'm expecting it to be kind of a shit show. It'll be great. I'm gonna ring here because it's a dungeon, it's lonely, and I appreciate having help in here. When I thought back to that fight against the One Reborn, I realized that I might have been better positioned to win that fight if I had decided to use the Tiny Tonitrus, because that thing is weak to lightning. I think there are Bell Maidens here. Yes, there are. Oh my god. Oh no, the spiders one-shot me. So I think this is when things start getting really difficult. Alright, so the friendly glowy red spiders will kill me in one hit. That's good to know. So yeah, I'm expecting the difficulty to have ramped up quite a bit now that we're past the Blood Moon. This is why we're here. We're not expecting anything to be easy. At least I have no blood echoes to lose, right? This guy got my blood echoes. All 1,000 of them, and 3,000 came from him. Oh my god! How did I miss? I was gonna interrupt him from that attack. See, I don't want to play too defensively because this game really punishes you for that. I think the trick to if everything one-shots you, the trick isn't actually to, like, you know, dodge and wait for the first move and then hit. I think the trick is actually, and this is really more of a Bloodborne thing than a Souls thing. Yes, I've only upgraded Arcane so far, and I don't plan to stop until 99, and then I'm going to put some points into Blood Tinge. I might stop a little earlier, depending on when I get access to the Simon's Bowblade. Hooray! I didn't get one-shotted. But yeah, the Bowblade factors into this build because it is an integral part of the Lara Croft cosplay. Not because I think the Bowblade is any good. Well, okay, the Bowblade is good, just not when you also run Arcane. Alright. Kill the Bell Lady, and then the spiders will go away, right? Alright, not the spider though. God damn. So yeah, the plan is to get 99 Arcane, 50 Blood Tinge, and then whatever the necessary stats are to wield the bow blade and the church pick, which I believe is just 15 skill. And then we're going to top it off with 20 endurance because a lot of those weapons aren't very good if you don't have endurance. A true arcane build wouldn't need endurance at all. Alright, let's overkill this guy. I'm gonna do this, then the tentacles, and then a visceral, and that is a lot of damage. Oh, fuck. I should be doing this thing. I'm like, why is no one helping me? Oh, right, I forgot to ring the bell after my first death. I am following a guide for these, so I know it kind of seems like I know exactly where I'm going all the time. I am actually following a guide for these chalice dungeons. So when I'm like purposefully skipping rooms, it's because I know, according to the guide, that there's nothing in there to get. So I know here for the layer 1 of Lower Tumeru, if I can fucking find my way back out. Oh right, it's down. God, I'm so bad at this. There are no ritual materials that you need in this layer. So even though there is a pre-boss bonus room right here, I'm gonna ignore it. I think there's a pre-boss. Oh, well, I guess there isn't. Never mind then. We're just gonna go right to the boss. And I believe it's Merciless Watchers. So this will be fun. Oh, and it's in this room, which is more difficult. But I hit him! You saw that, right? Another reason I'm jumping into the chalices, this chalice now, is it's actually at this stage giving a decent amount of blood echoes. Because I have no blood echoes, and I started this with only 17 blood vials. I'm getting more now because you know, I managed to pick some up, and I'm not using blood vials because I'm dying in one hit, which gives me no opportunities to use them. Man, I died so fast, my blood echoes didn't even make it into the room. I'm not gonna back in here. I think I got this. I think I got this. Ugh, I was trying to get him while he was still on his knees. Ugh. I thought I swing a little faster now, but whatever. So yeah, Arcane's not bad, but would be a little easier if I had more HP to work with. I'm ultimately going with Arcane because I think Arcane is the best build for PvE. I think there are a lot of bosses and a lot of random encounters that just melt if you have access to, you know, Black Sky Eye and gloves and auger. The other easy mode is anything that involves the World Gig Saw. That's also a very good weapon for making the game feel stupidly easy. Instead of doing a Visceral, I'm gonna fire Tentacles, because that actually deals way more damage than Oh, are you kidding me? I am completely underestimating the range of these attacks. It's okay. So, if the Merciless Watchers are one-shotting me here, it means they're guaranteed to get to one-shot me once I get into an actual cursed dungeon. So, that's also like my main curiosity, is I want to see how short that life bar can go. Because I'm sure once I'm inside any of the FRC dungeons, or even when I make it to the Defiled dungeon, we're gonna have a really, really short, hilariously short life bar. Oh man, I didn't die. Oh yeah, I'm dead. Oh man, they're so good at covering each other. This is one of the toughest rooms to fight them in too, because there's nowhere to run. I think the one with the stairs is probably the easiest. And in one of my weird FRC dungeon delve adventures with a different character, one that had more HP, I actually discovered a dungeon where you got to fight the Merciless Watchers in a room with a single pillar in the middle. So it's that big room that I don't know how familiar you guys are with Chalice dungeons, but it's the same room where you would fight like the Celestial Emissary, the FRC version, or not the FRC, the Ice standard Ice Chalice dungeon version. Alright, that time I used the pillar to defend myself, and it worked out. Tentacles! And especially in the room with the stairs, if you're an arcane build, you can just stay like at the top of the stairs and use and just keep using the auger and push them back down. Oh, are you kidding me? That could reach? Wow. Either those weapons are longer than I think they are, or the camera makes me not realize how close they are. Either way. This is a bad time. I'm still not gonna summon help yet. I still feel like I got a good handle on this. I might be wrong though. Because there's definitely another way I can do this fight where I just keep running and keep pelting with the gloves from a distance. I mean, it might come to that. Oh, jeez. Wait, where are my blood echoes at? I need those. I'm so poor. I can't find my blood echoes, guys. I think I'm dead. Alright, they're a lost cause. Abandoning that mission. But yeah, we're gonna do this the cheat way. And the only one that's still a danger is the shotgun, because he can fight me from a distance. But it's gonna be a long game of hiding behind pillars and shooting skulls at things. I'm really bummed about those missing blood echoes, though. Whee! Alright, he's dead. I keep thinking, like, I should just start all fights assuming that I'm gonna be using arcane for the whole fight. Alright, we're good. This guy's gonna be pretty easy now. I'm gonna blood tap, because that's how... Oh god. I've never died to a lantern swipe before. First time for everything. Oh wow, I thought I was up high enough. Alright. I mean, the other thing we can do is just keep using this since there's only one left. Oh, he didn't do the full hit. And that's it. I think I definitely made that fight harder than it needed to be. Also, where the fuck are my blood echoes? I had like 11,000 of them. That's like maybe a level. I don't even know. I think I've encountered this kind of glitch before too, where it's always in this room, the one with the very small room with just the 4 pillars, where I would come in and not be able to find my blood echoes. Well, it's a lost cause. I'm not going to dwell on it. 11,000 blood echoes isn't, it's not a whole lot in the grand scheme of things. Alright, so now we're in layer 2, and I believe the materials I'm looking for are in the pre-boss, because there's no pre-lantern area. I'm gonna play it smart and actually go back to the dream, though, because I think another thing I was kind of not doing in the last night was I wasn't returning to the dream when I should have. I wasn't doing the strategic retreat, and it was costing me too many blood echoes. So I'm not going to level up. I'm actually going to spend everything I have on blood vials for a little while. I think that's not a bad. I don't think that's a bad idea, because this is, since I'm only putting points into arcane anyway, the levels, any echoes that I'm investing into my level isn't actually helping me. Like, it's not helping me survive any better, because it's not. I'm not improving my hit points. It is improving my defense, but defense matters so little in this game that it'll take a lot of levels for me to even notice any difference. Whereas right now, spending my echoes on blood vials will make a massive difference, because it means I can hang around here longer. All right, so let's ring. See where this gets us. So from the pre-boss area, I'm going to be needing some ritual bloods, and I need to find the workshop haze extractor, because we're going to need that for one of the dungeons. I didn't read what that message was. There might be bell ladies too, so I should keep the shaman bone on hand. It's one of the quickest and safest ways to deal with the spider summoning ladies, is just nail them with a shaman bone and then run the fuck away. I'm supposed to go this way. Yeah, I can go this way. Oh my god, I'm not dead. He's not dead. Oh fuck. Thought I was locked on. Okay, there we go. Everything's kosher. We've got a rat. We've got one of these trash things. Actually, I think this is the one with the... Yep, there's that dog. So this is one of those... This has a... This main area of this dungeon has a bonus room, a hidden bonus room, and there are no treasures in it. Just a whole bunch of What? Why did I do a transform attack? I just stood there and de-transformed my weapon. I don't think there's any treasures in it. It just has 4 of those wandering dealies, and they all drop tempering gems, I think, which isn't useful here. But I'm not exactly sure that they only drop tempering gems. I think they might also drop like elemental gems, like just other rando gems that you could get in a Tumeru Iho. All the Tumeru related gems. See, the tentacles are so much better when there's only one of these guys to deal with. Alright, so we do have someone who's been... I have beckoned Egg. Hello, Egg. I don't know if you're watching the stream, Egg. I'm gonna go into that room. I don't think there's any reason not to. Oh, no one in that little alcove. This skeleton guy looks really confused, though. That was the attack I wanted. Alright, sounds like my partner... should I help him? Hello? Oh, he's wearing a, Oh, neat! I just got a cursed fire gem. I gotta look at this. I'll do that while he's sneaking up on me. Increase the stamina cost? I'm willing to go with that. Alright, we've got a sprayer. And he's got... Alright, so he's probably an arcane build if he's using a sprayer and, you know, using a couple of tools. Messenger's gift. I think there's a trap here somewhere. Yes, there it is. Yeah, so there's a, I mean, people are leaving notes. There's a freaking hidden door over there. He knows about it. I know about it. The tricky part, though, is going to be the, killing all four of the Wandering Madnesses without aggroing them and making them run away. And I don't have Black Sky Eye. Oh, but he does. Thanks, buddy. Yeah! No, you wouldn't. Arcane doesn't affect your defense. Oh, hey, look, there are treasure chests in here. Oh man, all these tempering gems, they don't help. However, if you were running any other character, this is a good reason to hit up this dungeon early, because it gets you those tempering gems, and I think they're in the 19.8 range. Maybe. I don't know, I might be exaggerating. I think they're definitely over 10% though. I'm pretty sure they are. So that's actually a pretty significant, oh, I missed this chest. Pretty significant physical damage bonus. So definitely something to look into. Alright, we are done with this area. We can go into the pre-lantern, or pre-boss. Hope I don't embarrass myself there. Where do we go? I think we go this way. Yes, we did it. We did it, Reddit. Yeah, I think we only need to do the pre-boss for this layer, and then pre-lantern or pre-boss in the next area should get us all of the ritual materials we need. Oh wait, no, I think I need to like farm one. I need to get a Rit Blood 4 as a drop. What is he using? Oh, he's using his bare hands. Or, no, he's probably using Coast Parasite. Man. I do that on one of my arcane characters. I have a Michael Ash cosplay where I equip the, oh, you get poisoned. Yep, just drop a, yep, it dropped a dirty for me. Where I run around with a Cost Parasite, but I don't use the Milkweed rune. So it just looks like I'm karate chopping everything to death. It's pretty spectacular. No drops. Alright, I want to watch him karate chop a scorpion to death. Yeah. Show him who's boss. Oh my god, he actually deals pretty decent damage with his Coast Parasite. Not even the Milkweed version, just straight up Coast Parasite in fist form. It's basically like a Michael Ash 2.0 here. He's wearing a similar outfit. He's got the Mensis cage. Wait, was I supposed to go this way? We'll find out. Oh no! I guess that's what you get for being cocky, trying to get into fisticuffs with this thing. Oh man. I hardly knew ya. Oh, another sack man. Just what I need. Should probably use Augur. We should use Augur a little bit more. Egg has dead. Nope, didn't get the visceral. I think I got him in a backstab block. Some enemies really allow you to do that. Like you'll get behind them and you can keep just using the auger on them, and they'll just keep getting backstabbed. Well, there's no ladder here, so I guess I'll just have to hop on down. Alright, so I believe the workshop dealie is inside that room. No. Can I hit him for? No, I think this will just hit the bridge. Same deal with the other one. You know, I never figured out if there was a way to control these things. I don't think there is. Which feels like an oversight. Oh, there's a guillotine here. I don't think there's anything here, though. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything here. The workshop is in that room under there, so we'll go there next. God damn it. Stay up here so I can kill you. I don't think there's anything important down there either. I haven't done these chalices, the standard chalices, in a while, so I'm forgetting where all the important things are. Like, I know for a fact that I need to go into that room straight in front because it has the workshop haze extractor. So many people in here. Gotta kill them all. One at a time. Elisine? What a classy name. Also kind of sounds like a medicine. Why Elisine today? Ask your doctor. Oh, no. That's a lot of people. Alright. Like, I like seeing people, but I don't like when they all aggro on me. So I just gotta fight them one at a time, you know? No reason to rush. Not that I really have much of a choice here. Oh no. I don't want the fatty to come with you. Get away. Tentacles. Oh, god damn it. The other problem with the tentacles too is they take the recovery time is so long that you're really vulnerable. It's really difficult to use tentacles while fighting more than one enemy. Also, getting one-shotted is pretty rough too. That too is a problem. All right, I got it beckon again. Sorry, Elisine, you couldn't save me. And I'm gonna leave a coin here. 2 coins. Let them know that this is where I'm at. So they'll know to come looking. Very fortunate that I found that fire gem though. It's probably gonna be real useful the next time I return to the dream. Alright, we're not gonna go up this time. I think we're done there. Just need to run past this room full of rats. and it'll bring us right back here. I was hoping for blood. Dog! Now I gotta kill all those watchers, or keepers, or whatever they're called, all over again. Ooh, that does so much damage on a counter hit. I think the formula is 20% more damage on counter hits. Rawr! Rawr! Yeah, which one of you assholes has my blood? Give me my blood back. I want my blood. I guess if I really wanted to make this easy, I can just... You know what? I'm a mage. I should be maging. Mage powers! And seeing as these one-shot them all anyway. Alright, you wanna play? We'll play. I'm only using the Saw Spear now because I don't have the Church Pick or the Simon's Bowblade, which are the weapons that will complete the Lara Croft cosplay. If you are gonna go arcane, like on a serious character, the Saw Spear is probably one of the best weapons to convert. So I actually do recommend it. Part of the reason why I like the Saw Spear more than I like the Cleaver is it's just a more versatile weapon, and it has actually better arcane scaling than the Cleaver. So if you plus 10 a Cleaver and plus 10 a Saw Spear, and put the exact same gems in them for conversion, so Fire, Bolt, or Arcane conversion, not for physical, then the Saw Spear will actually do more damage, because the Saw Spear has better arcane scaling naturally. The opposite is true for physical. The Saw Cleaver has straight up better physical damage. And if you put the same physical gems in a plus 10 Cleaver versus a plus 10 Saw Spear, you're going to get more damage out of your Cleaver. I still stand by my argument, though, that the Saw Spear is probably the best weapon in the game. Not my favorite weapon. I just do think it is the best weapon in the game. It's versatile. There are very few situations where the Saw Spear is bad, whereas there are plenty of situations where I can point out other weapons as just being actually garbage. Alright, so no one got summoned yet. So yeah, the Saw Spear, I think versatility is actually really important in this game, because there are a lot of situations, there are a lot of very varied situations that come up, and having a weapon that can, you know, reliably handle all of those and can be easily, you know, re-gemmed for different circumstances, I think that's more useful than a weapon that just, like, you know, hits really hard or whatever. So I think in general, for most situations, the Saw Spear just happens to is just there's no situation where the Saw Spear isn't good. And if I was a serious arcane build, I would be using it. I would convert that to Fire or Bolt or whatever, and it would be my main weapon for the whole game. Although, to be fair, if you're an arcane build, your tools are actually your main weapon for the whole game. You're going to be like just throwing spells all over the place, as you should be if you are if you're a deep arcane build. All right, so our first boss or our second boss is actually Undead Giant, and it's the Chain Giant. So I am going to swap out, or I'm gonna throw away my Echo, spend as much of it as I can, because I might die here a lot. Oh, I'm 6 away from the nearest. Oh, whatever. We'll just sell 6 of these dealies. Alright, that's enough to buy one more blood vial. Now I have no more. Alright, so it's gonna be Chain Giant, and I think I can kill him just through spell slinging, but if I misjudge even once, pretty sure I die. So, here we go. Now, Chain Giant is actually one of the Undead Giants that I have a lot of practice against, using melee builds. So I'm pretty good at reading its moves, but sometimes he still does that. I don't know if it's just RNGesus taking a dump on me, but sometimes I feel like I'm not far enough away for him to do his stupid spin to win, and so I end up being too close, and he does the spin to win, and I die. So yeah, let's hope that doesn't happen. Oh wow, this kind of feels like it's doing shitty damage. It's hurting him though. You know what? This is decent damage. We're okay with this. I think anything he does one-shots me though. So I kind of want to bait him into doing just any attack, because then I get the 20% counter hit bonus. And that could make this fight go a little faster. Oh, my blood is too low. And that's actually one of the swings that I want him to do on a melee build, because you can easily dodge toward him and then get in like 1 or 2 hits depending on how fast your weapon is. But nah, when you're an arcane character, you gotta play this very, very differently. It's like you're not even quite playing Bloodborne. You're playing a variation of Bloodborne, where you gotta run away. Oh, there's a spin to win! Yeah, so if you're like too close to that, it takes like 2 dodges to get out of range. And that ends up being too far for you. Also, part of the reason why I like arcane builds is because you are playing this game very differently from other builds. Ooh, actually, if I'm really gutsy and I pop that tumor, he dies instantly right now. Oh, that sucks. Hey, Nazi sled. While I don't disagree with you, I don't know what you're talking about. But kudos. Alright, so that kind of worked out. I should check how many Rip Bloods I have. I only have 2, so I must have missed some, maybe? Oh no, there's gonna be a whole bunch in this main area. Okay. Oh, right, the next boss is Rom. Oh, fuck. Alright. Let's not ring. I actually think I should return to the dream first, because I've used up a whole lot of ammo during that fight. And leveling's good. So I'm going to go into this bonus room here, this super secret bonus room. Surprise! And then grab all the stuff in here and return to the dream, and then come back, and then beckon. Normally I wouldn't be returning to the dream quite so often, but I think I got punished for it a lot last night, so I really need to play a little bit more conservatively, knowing that I'm gonna die a lot. Although the higher level I am, the higher chance once I reach the Nightmare Frontier that I'm gonna be fighting like level 100 fully gemmed, fully geared PvPers. So kind of a toss-up. Also, the doll has wandered off again. Where does she go?
Welcome. Very well.
Alright, let's get some more levels. Let's get some more arcane that I'm not gonna really do anything useful with. That's not entirely true. I'm getting a lot of mileage out of these spells, and like I said yesterday, arcane doesn't stop scaling, or rather the hunter tools don't stop scaling. So when your arcane reaches past level 50, it still does a whole lot of damage. Or it still still heavily affects the damage of your hunter tools, which is why they're so good. I'm gonna repair my saw spear because I think it might be a little degraded. Yep, it's so degraded, in fact, that my 328 blood echoes is not enough to fix it. I don't care enough. Let's just go back in. Alright, layer 3, and this time I will summon. How'd you put fire damage on your weapon? So oh, thanks for reminding me. I need to go back to the dream now. So there are some gems that say the most common gems you're gonna find are just gonna be like physical damage up or whatever, but occasionally you will stumble upon gems that say fire or bolt or arcane, and when you put those gems into your weapon, it will change its damage type to fire or bolt or arcane. Not every weapon can do this, but most of the more basic weapons, such as the Saw Spear, Saw Cleaver, Hunter X, Threaded Cane, the ones that do pure physical damage, those can be converted, as the saying goes. So I'm actually going to show you this right now because I need to do it. So blood gem fortification. So we have our saw spear +6, which means all of its gem slots are unlocked. So you'll see right now that all the physical attacks, blunt and thrust, are set to 0, and that's because the first gem that I have in there is a fire blood gem. It's a fire attack +9.5, physical up at whatever. And as soon as you put a gem in that changes its damage type outside of physical, and it stops scaling with your skill and your skill anymore. So my second gem right now has my second slot, which is what I'm showing you right now, has a physical attack up gem in it. And if I put any of these other physical attack gems in there, you'll notice that none of the numbers change. And that's because now that the weapon has been converted to fire, anything that boosts physical attack won't do anything, because this weapon doesn't deal physical damage, it only deals fire damage. But as soon as I go all the way down to that fresh new fire gem that I picked up, where is it? This one, Cursed Fire Blood Gem. You'll notice that the fire attack jumps from +95 to +131. And this is actually a pretty significant jump. This is a fire attack up 15.8, and you'll see that my other fire attacks are +9.5 and +8.4. And so when you put gems of a different element into a weapon that only deals physical damage, it will convert all of it into a different element. In this case, fire. So now there should be a pretty significant jump in damage. And it's a good thing I came back here for that, because I'm going to need as much damage as I can muster. Alright. In we go. Back into the hole. And I will beckon, because ROM is tough. I'm not even sure an extra hand is going to be helpful at ROM, but I mean, it could be. If it's another spell slinger, then we could probably work together to, like, you know, flank ROM and get her to keep turning around, and then we can you know, throw spells at her from multiple angles, and then she'll die super fast. That is the hope. I seem to recall that this layer is also kind of tough. There's like a bell ringer, there's like ROM spiders running around. Should be a bell ringer here somewhere. I can hear her. Alright, so my damage has definitely improved. Still not enough to kill these guys very quickly though. There's the bell lady. She did. Let's pick up those quicksilvers. I do like that some of the more interesting NPC summons are here. You get I think you get Madman Waller here. Yep, and he uses the amygdalin arm, which is kind of a neat weapon. I keep falling in and out of love with that weapon. Like they're definitely I have a character that uses it